Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's TSW6 video we are going to be taking a look at something that people have been trying to use for a couple, well, about a week or so now, I'd say. Well, after all the waiting, John, or Josh, whoever you'd like to call him, has been hard at work getting the winter timetable back up and running, and it is now available to grab an update and enjoy. Now, it's a bit of a sort of an interim update. It's version 1.3.1. There is going to be a 1.4 coming in the near future, but for now, this update is just simply to make sure that the pack works, basically. As you can see, everything's mostly there. I haven't got Spratty's 66 back in, I've just realised. I'll get that put in for Monday because I'm going to be streaming on Monday. But for now, everything's working. There's a slight little hitch where you see like there's tons of duplicated 350s. Now, if I just go to another route, such as the Riviera, if I go to the 220, you can see it happens there as well. So I think there's something in the game at the minute where it's everywhere. Look, not everywhere though, weirdly, but there's two lots of type A's there. So there's something I think in the core that's making things appear more than once. So if you can live with that, then you're all good. It's just a little bit of an annoyance at the moment, but we can live with that. I can definitely live with that. I'm sure everyone else can. Makes it a little bit confusing at list like, but there we are. So we're going to do a short run just today. And we're going to do a run from Shrink. So it's actually my first time driving West Coast by myself in TSW6 as well. I've been too busy playing with the Riviera and all the goodness of that has to offer. I thought something different for the channel today in this video, rather than me just giving you Riviera after Riviera after Riviera. There'll be plenty of that. I still need to do the 150 and the 802, so those will be coming up very soon. But for today, we are doing some 350 stuff. Now, I've got all the sound mods in for all the stock that this timetable uses as well. So, just a note there. Right, so let us get our key in. Hold on, mutual second. You're going to turn on switches. Like so. Right, doors open. Got you off in just about a minute and a half. Right. Let's get some markers onto daylights. This service is 1 Tango 18 Tring to Euston, so it's about a 40-minute run. I'm not running any enhancement packs for the route or anything like that. I've got no trap mods or anything at the moment. It's all pretty vanilla bar the sound mods. I'm all sort of just getting up and running with mods. I'm trying not to overpopulate it with mods at the minute. I want to see if having less mods in the game makes the game run actually a little bit smoother. So, obviously we know Riviera line runs really, really well. But it'll be interesting to see if this is running any better in TSW6. In terms of performance. Now, at the minute I'm getting 59 FPS, 61 FPS, as you can see in the top right corner. So at the minute it's looking pretty healthy. We're still waiting for God mode. Hopefully God mode isn't too far away. But for now, we will just make do with the standard FOV. So as I've said, this is just an interim update. It is 1.3.1, mainly because all it does is just fixes an issue. What it was an out-of-date child object that needed to be recut on the free class 350 reskins. Sorting that out, managed to fix it. And actually, even though John was looking through to figure out what was going on, I think it was an actual user that mentioned they took out one of the packs for the .pak files for the reskins and took one about and it started working. So that's where John then went to have a nose and he found something there. So I can't remember who the user was, but to that user, thank you very much for just pointing that one out to us. And it's just nice that this actually has come along and actually is now working for everyone. because it's my favourite timetable for the route. It's so busy and populated. Right, so we are going to be calling that Berkhamsted, Hemel Hempstead, Apsley, Kings Langley, Upper Junction, Bushy, Harrow and Harrow, Wilston, and Euston. So quite a few stations in this one. So this is just an interim. There is going to be a 1.4 coming. John already knows. I know what's coming. I'm not going to say what's coming, but there is stuff afoot that is wanted to put in. But John's also working on other projects. There's actually other timetables in the works, and there's another one that ain't actually too far away from ready. So hopefully that won't be too far being shown. Again, I'm not going to say what it is. We'll get to that very soon. And then there's something else that he's working on as well. So he's a very busy boy. He's old John. That hasn't put my... okay. You register it. There we go, it's put in now, look. Yeah, that's sorted it. Needs to be running pretty decent. Which is nice. I suspect it'll probably still be a little bit of bit jittery around Euston, but we'll see. Good job waiting to talk, doesn't have my instrument lights on. See what we're doing. Coming up to Berkhamsted. And on this approach, what is your favourite service and what is it you like about this timetable? It's been so nice to see so many people, not nice to see it, but it's also nice to see so many people concerned that it wasn't working and wanted to see it working. I think that spurred John to get the enthusiasm to get it fixed pretty pronto. We've been racking our brains and scratching heads, trying to figure out what on earth was going on. Then we're waiting for the editor, and then the editor took forever to come out. It was when DTG released the game, they took the old editor off from being downloadable, and then people were trying to get and download it, and eventually it took forever. I think it took a couple of hours for it actually to like appear, and then people realised, oh, they can't cook, they can't do certain things, and I think still at the minute, this timetable hasn't had to be recooked or simmed. It was just an RVV or something that had to be sorted out. So it actually meant that you didn't have to do any cooking as such. I think that's what I'm thinking. I might be talking off like horse turd here, but it didn't. I think John's basically waiting for a patch or DTG to fix something in the editor. I don't know the full ins and outs of the public editor. I only know the ones that I work on, which is the DTG one, which is obviously the third party editor. It all works a bit differently, but yeah. I think on the next timetable project, John's waiting for. I think just like a reskin is waiting for. So that shows how sort of close away that is. I don't know. I'm looking at this right, and I don't know if there's something the DTG has done or something for like the lighting or that. Okay. post-processing or something, but the game feels like it looks different. I don't know. It just looks different in the light. I don't know. Something feels different in how it looks and the colours. Looks nice. Something I'm going to try and get back up and running as well is, I've not done it for a while, is the rail tours. Obviously we did one of them rail tours, sort of made our own rail tour sort of like for each video, and there's some stuff I'm going to do on Riviera as well. Get the old Burton rake out. Get the West Coast 47s fired up. Now, just as another side note, we've left version 1.3 up on the actual webpage for anybody that's still playing on Train Sim World 5 and doesn't want to transition over to TSW6 for whatever reason. You can still download 1.3 and play it. Version 1.31 might work at TSW5, I have no idea. It's not been tested on there because it wouldn't have needed to be, but just as a side note on top of everything else, just be aware that version 1.3 is now unsupported. It will not be, it won't receive any updates, so TSW5 players will not get any further updates. So that is the final build for that. So just one to bear in mind. Otherwise, just go and get the free update, like the free starter pack, and come on to TSW6. Still play all your content on that. No brainer, really. Feels weird driving a route with no announcements. So used to playing with the announcements at the minute. Let's go quite far down here because we are actually 8 cars. Now, if it's the first mod you might have put in the game, when you go into your menu, now if I can actually remember where the heck it is, right, might be advanced settings. Yeah, make sure that you in that allow mods. Just make sure it's enabled, otherwise it won't appear. For any like reskins, again, just remember, make sure those are enabled. I mentioned that in the last video. I think it might be the last one. It was the last one with the Voyager with the why can't I find my reskins? Definitely was a clickbaity video. Weren't meant to be anyway. onwards to Apsley, the station I'm familiar with. Having stayed at the Holiday Inn pretty much over the road from the station about a year or so ago. Spent a few evenings over at the station, videoing trains. It was quite a decent evening, each one that I attended there. It was also pretty cool to see it as well because they shut the fast lines off at night time, so everything came through on the slow, so Pendos came through at a slower speed. As they did have possessions on fast lines. I think somewhere in the tunnels near Watford. Probably the broken doors are still there, but that's a DTG thing. Something that would be nice to see DTG actually fix. Pretty frustrating. The reason it is, it's something to do with uncoupling. Services that are split, they cause that door issue. You forget I'm 8 cars here. Oh god, oh, no, I might be 12 cars actually. I think I might be 12. I thought it was 8 car. Pull right down. This one says it has all different liveries. One livery, that's another livery. Another, yeah, it's one of each livery. Literally just sent a message to John now. He's debating whether to get some testing on for the next timetable. So, just shows there's stuff going on, even when we're videoing. All busy. Nice to have some extra SW timetables going in our catalogue anyway. One thing I am trying though is I'm trying to persuade John to do a 1980s timetable for when the Birmingham and Crewe route comes from Allboard Studios, because that way when obviously the JT route comes out, you could essentially have a bit like a BR era timetable across all the way up to Carlisle. I need to keep trying to persuade him and coax him into it. Would you guys like to see that? Put it in the comments below. I definitely think something's been done to the sort of like the post-processing or something in this game. It definitely something looks different. It feels like the light's been tarted up or something, I don't know. Definitely don't think it's just down to the time of day I've picked. Got a nice... I don't know, it doesn't just look like something's different in the lighting. It feels nicer. Feels a bit more colour in it and that. I don't know, a bit more vivid. Now, I'm not sure. In theory, I think it should know how many services you've completed on this timetable when you go back to the main menu, which... let's have a look. Just to be certain on that one. I would have thought it would.
Passengers are reminded that
But we do still have some announcements.
on all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes.
I feel like I picked it right quiet time. There's not really been much AI yet. But I have more air coming towards than going like racing like I mean Pendo's going the other way. No, 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 no. What are you doing here? Not that. Getting too excited there. I'm pressing E because I've been playing Racing Classic recently. Obviously the DSD is bound to E. I do need to actually get the keybind set for that and actually set E as my DSD and enter or something as my actual like getting out of stuff. One of the tunnels like above is where Harry Potter studio tours are. Used to be an airfield on top of it as well. Somewhere around there. There's a silk one. Definitely got a little bit more jittery at this end of the route. It's a 710 in. Pair. I'm just looking now on the actual page. We're getting a comment saying, well done, just getting it done so quickly and actually getting it out again. From Cookiebot. Praise there for John. Just shows that people really do enjoy this timetable, and rightly so. It being the busiest West Coast Mail timetable out there. Now we've got Bushy, Harrogate and Wheelstone, and then through to Euston. So again, just remember we haven't got Spratty Heath's 66 mega pack in at the minute. I do need to put that in. And I'll probably end up getting the track patch as well, just to give it the newer, cleaner looking track. I do prefer that over this sort of dirty look for this route. For those obviously that haven't maybe downloaded this timetable before, do go and have a look in the description of this video. And those obviously that are users of the timetable, you can go and that link and it'll take you straight through to TS Community, where you can download. Make sure you download 1.31, as 1.3 and 1.31 both will appear in the file section, but there is a note under each one for which one's which. Again, just as a side note, just remember that 1.3 is no longer supported, so please remember that before you try and send us a support ticket. We won't be able to support it. We'll be working on the TSW 6 version of the timetable now, so any updates will go to that one. The sound mods we've got on for the 350 are from HU165. those are available as well from Train to Community. And we do have sound mods also enabled for the 390, the 72 stock, the 710. We've also got the 377 Electrostar stuff on there as well. So there's plenty of sound mods on Train to Community from HU165, and they're all very good packs as well. There is other ones on there as well that obviously aren't used on this timetable, but do go and take a look. Again, please note as this is only PC only. This timetable is not available for console, as are any other mods. Oh, I've just absolutely spammed that. I've done that totally. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually open up the screenshot again. Instead, I just managed to spam the horn and absolutely mess up that screenshot. To be fair, I'll just probably use the picture I just took before. Decent. I always forget these are 110-mile-an-hour units. This will be the only section we'll get 100. What I'll do again when I get to Houston, I'll go to the main menu and we'll just double check that it does remember your progress of this timetable. I would have thought it would, but again we'll double check this just to make sure. I hope it does. Second to last stop this, it's Harrow and Wilson, then through to Houston. It was bang on. Yeah, for the most part, it's running actually pretty decent. Oh, 9 miles to London. 100 quarter of an hour. On the station we ain't stopping at is Wembley Central. Now, one thing I'm going to try, I don't know if it's going to be something I'm going to stick with. I actually saw somebody saying that they ran the game in 1080p and put the screen percentage up to 200%, which essentially is like 4K. Might give it a go and see what it does. More for anything, if anything helps any performance side. But without losing any of that, the niceness. Not sure how well it'll look on my screen though. And if it's worth a look at. But yeah, to be expected is a little bit jittery around here. There's quite a lot going on. Well, it's not as busy as it can be actually get here. Because we're not going to see in the freight line stuff because we haven't got the stuff in at the minute. I think we have Lakers skiing though. I think. I'm going to go through the bits that I'm missing in a bit. I was a bit unprepared here because I mean I knew this was coming today. I didn't really have the time to do every single thing, get every single little bit of detail into this. To be honest, we've got everything in there. We're not lost any service or anything like that. It's just obviously the variety of the freight liner. It will be sorted for Monday because I'm going to stream this on Monday. Do a bit of on it, bit of action, along with everything else. I haven't really actually seen anything go over the top of that yet. Like 378. It does happen, but I've never been lucky enough to see one go over at the same time as I've passed through. I see one stopped in the station. I'd like to have one where it's like going over the top, there's a crossover. That would make for a nice screenshot. tube action. Oh, hang on, there's a red signal, huh? A bit of excitement. What's its signal behaviour? I don't know how if the signal behaviour works on just all routes. I have no idea. Though to be honest, I could probably see it being a somewhat of a timetable, actually waiting for something to come over or underneath or whatever, or pass or like path. I have been held around here before. It's already stepped up again. Whatever it is, we're following, it must be moving out of the way. It's going over Primrose there, the junction for Primrose there, and we're coming through to Camden now. This will be the main, this is the main area to be watching for the FPS now. With our line B. Still watching these signals because they are still yellows and reds. I need to change that because I'm not actually meant to be driving with like colour signals appearing. I did have that turned off. Need to sort that. I usually have them with them just showing, so the signals are there, so they know where the signals are, but I have it so the aspects don't appear. Didn't realise that was on. I'll go straight into Euston. A little bit earlier. And platform 7's where we're ending. So again, just checking the description for the link for the pack and the video, if you wish to download that. Just check the requirements, obviously, before if you're new to it. Make sure you've got everything. But even if you don't have everything, you'll just be missing bits. The beauty of it, you can always add to it down the line. There's still a sale on at the minute, so some stuff's probably most likely in the sale, so it's always worth having a look. Put it right down because I never know where the bloody overspeed ramp is. So I'm going over the overspeed ramp, so that's all good. There we go. We're not overhanging. Plenty of room. Get this that's done. Hopefully it'll just let us shut the doors and we'll have to wait for like 10 minutes. Now I'll quickly just zip to the main menu and just show you guys see if it actually saves the progress from SW5 profile, which I would have thought it does, because it does with other timetables. Right, we know when that. Let's go back to the menu. Check this, and that'll be us for this video. So, just a big thanks to everyone. If you're still here at the end of the video, thank you. Appreciate it as always. We're nearing 10,000 subs as well on YouTube, which is quite a big, massive monument in itself, really. We've been going for so long, it's taken us a while to get there, but I really do appreciate the support. Massively. Right, timetable, winter time. It has saved all the details. What it says. We've done 24 service on it. We're not indented it, but yeah, it does save them. Look, oh, all good, excellent stuff. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Go to the description. You'll find the link there. Go and download the update and go and enjoy it, guys. Thank you very much for the patience on behalf of John as well. I've always been keen to get this one updated for everyone. I'm glad to see it out there. So, on that note, don't forget, you'll catch on Twitch on Monday and Friday at twitch.tv/TrainSim_TV. Mondays and Fridays, Trainsim World, Trainsim Classic, we're mainly on at the minute. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye for now.